Yeah, so I'm on the yes side of that, on the yes side of capitalism, and I'd like to give you my
Yeah, you
reasons.
sound just like Ben Shapiro. Go ahead.
No, he sounds like Andrew Wilson.
Well, Ben Shapiro
Oh, yeah.
sounds like this.
Yes, and what I'd really like
He
to
does
do
sound like
is
Yeah.
No,
discuss
he
with
sounds
you
like Andrew Wilson.
about
Yeah,
why
he
college
does, bro.
about why college students do this and this and this. That's in my
Oh,
hat's way
God.
too small for my head. That's
Wait,
more
are you
like,
Andrew Wilson?
That's more
No
like
way. You're not lying, bro.
that's more like what Ben
Get to-
Shapiro sounds like. But anyway,
Chuck,
can I
get to
engage
your
in the
argument,
can I
man.
engage in the prompt?
Yes, yeah.
Get
go
to your
ahead.
argument, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what I've never really understood from the communist socialist paradigm, but especially from the communist paradigm, is we're finally in a position in human society where commoners can have access to capital via loans. It's the very first time that that's really ever happened, and it brought the quality of life up significantly for every human being in the West, that they have access to loaned money so that they can expand businesses, start businesses, things like this. And I've never actually understood what is the communist position on loaned money. Don't they consider
I
that to be
don't-
usury?
I don't speak to. I don't really speak to communist agendas.
Or social, or even socialists? Like, what's the actual
I don't.
position
I don't
here?
speak to that. I speak to the problems of capitalism, bro.
Oh,
Like,
me too.
and how to address those. Like that's what we're doing here. Like what we. Yeah, I understand what we have. What we have right now is crony capitalism. Here's my suggestion. If we're gonna keep capitalism as a thing, here's what I suggest: band together and start co-ops, because I think shareholder value has become so propped up and so important and the driving factor of all of these corporations. I think if you take shareholder value out of it, you can actually provide a better good service and probably at a cheaper cost than
But we've
the-
tried. But hang on.
these
We've
huge corporations.
tried co-ops, even farm co-ops, and they work to some degree. But there's nothing actually stopping people from doing that now. They just choose not to because they think that having access to loaned capital, where they can get
choose
the most.
not to, because there's have you ever tried to start a co-op? I've talked to the IRS about co-ops, and it's a process, dude. I
So
own
is starting
two
any
businesses.
business.
I own hold on. I own two businesses, and which are ran like co-ops, but not officially on paper co-ops. So and I think they run more efficient. Like,
What is the complication of
Starbucks,
having a co-op? There's no what is the additional complications of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean? What are
the
more
additional
paperwork,
there's
more
not though.
reporting? Yes, there is.
Where okay, what is the additional reporting that you have to do because you have a co-op?
I'm not with my attorney. I'm not with my accountant right now. Okay, I don't know. I can't tell you, but there is certainly more paperwork to do with accounting.
Then what? Like owning a gun
accountants.
shop? Like if you owned a gun shop, you know how much paperwork you have to do? Like an overwhelming amount of paperwork. Is there more paperwork than that?
Are you talking
Andrew
about,
loves
dude?
semantics.
Oh
Let him
my
define
God,
capitalism
dude.
because he wants to
What the
define communism or socialism.
Well, I haven't
Yeah,
actually
he's trying
defined. I didn't
trying
define
to-
those things. I'm just asking about
You're not.
access.
You're not
to
coming on in
define
good
capitalism.
faith
I'm
at
actually.
all.
I'm just asking specifically about access to capital. Don't you want to
Well,
have?
I understand.
Hang on. Chill out, man. Don't you want to have access to loaned capital to either start or expand businesses? And if not,
Sure, but that
how can
doesn't
that be
happen.
done
All of
absent
Wait,
capital?
let him finish the question,
all
though.
of our
It's-
taxes go to funding R&D for big corporations.
That's not necessary to do under capitalism.
Wait.
capitalism's fault,
He's asking a
though.
specific question. Just finish the loan question, please.
Yeah. So what I'm asking specifically is, don't you want there to be access to loaned capital?
So you want there to be credit that people have, like debt. So you want there to be debt and credit where people have this access to a loan where they have credit to eventually pay back this money they don't have. Is
Yeah.
that what you're talking about?
Well, wait a second. What would the alternative be if you wanted to start a business and didn't have the money?
Oh, you would create your own value.
How?
Huh?
Well, so you have surplus value that you actually manufacture yourself.
Okay. What is that?
Manufacture with your labor.
What?
That would the sweat of your brow.
Yeah,
So
like
money-
I build websites. I build
Okay.
websites. It would be like me starting this ranch with the money that I do making.
How do you start
websites.
that without capital? If you need capital for those things, like you need
No,
computers.
you actually
need
have
I'm not
equipment.
arguing. I'm not arguing that. You're acting like I'm arguing something
I'm
that
not.
I'm not.
Hang on. I'm not even attacking any of this yet. I'm just trying to clarify the position.
Neither am I. But
No,
you're saying you can't get capital. No, I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying I'm telling you what's inherently the problem about
No.
our
He's saying
system.
capital is a prerequisite for this. Like it's sort of like a prerequisite to engage in business or manufacturing.
Yeah, this
or
is
the
like
surplus
what came
of value.
first, the chicken or the egg, bro.
Exactly.
Like,
He's putting the cart before the horse.
Wait,
here.
no.
So he's putting the cart.
Let's clarify then.
Extra forms
How
for a
would
co-op.
you, if you didn't have enough stuff to start a business, how would you get that stuff if it cost a bunch of money absent a loan, dude?
Because you would have labor that creates value. That's essentially.
How would that turn into materializing stuff for you, though?
this is the most not good faith argument
how does that
I've
end
ever
up being
fucking
material for
seriously.
you to start a business, though?
Holy shit.
Wait, you're putting the cart before the horse. Let me take this wheel for a second.
Okay.
If you have a surplus value that you, on your own sweat of your own brow, you plant a crop, you build a machine, you do something, you produce a product, you work. Essentially, you produce. You basically made value. The capitalist says, "Oh, you need a loan. Oh, whatever the hell you're talking about." It's putting the cart.
Well, how do
before
you
the
get the
horse.
money to get the crop if you don't have the money? Is my question.
Dude, the crop?
Jesus,
Did you
I'm
say
done.
the crop?
I'm
Dude,
done.
The crop,
The
yeah.
crop?
Jesus,
Did you say
I'm
the
done.
crop?
I'm
Dude,
done. This fucking
I'm done with that too. That
You
was
said the crop?
God, bro.
what?
Yo,
That's
why
what-
would you drop him, bro?
Dude,
You just said the crop.
holy
The
Why would you
value
drop him?
What
bro?
the?
you can't work the crop on your own, dummy. You can't work the crop with no
that
tools.
can't be a real question.
Bro, why would you
the
drop
It's a
crop-
real
him?
question.
It was a statement, just like you were dumb were wrong about the co-ops. It's only 2 forms. It's 2 extra forms. That's it.
Okay. But the
Hey,
crop
hoes,
is
hey, hoes.
legit.
I
Like
can't believe you would
legit.
drop
All
him,
you need.
bro.
Wait, give me a
Oh,
second.
dude, he asked you,
All
how
you
can you
need-
plant the crop without
As a
All
money?
you need to
business-
create the crop is labor and your
Holy
energy.
shit.
And
That's all you
time.
need is
That's
Yeah,
it.
labor.
but
That's all you
here's-
need for the crop.
Here's the thing. What are you supposed
Yeah,
to pay
if you
him?
want to grow enough food to feed yourself, not if you want to grow enough food to sell.
Have a business. Yeah.
You
Right.
need
Bullshit.
Okay.
I got
That's fair.
fucking, I got
Wait.
60 beehives out here.
Wait.
What the f you talking
That's a
about?
fair assessment. That's a
60
fair
beehives.
assessment.
Yeah, how much money you
But-
making every year off your 60 beehives?
None yet, but you can
Exactly.
make you get no, you
Mr.
that's
E
my
losing his
point.
shit.
you get 25. You get to I just started this year.
Well, maybe he
dipshit.
just started.
I got a jar like this goes for $25 with 60 hives. I can produce hundreds of jars
Sounds
a
like
fucking year.
capitalism.
When
Do
you
you
have
think
no
that-
more,
do you think
when you
that-
have no mortgage,
Hold
when
on.
you have no mortgage, you got no car payment. That
Mhm.
Do you think
that ends up surplus?
Do you think that you could exponentially expand if you had access to loans to get more bees?
Exponentially, who's talking about exponentially expanding shit?
Nice retort.
Wait,
dude,
wouldn't
loans-
it, wait,
loans
give me a second. Give me a second. Wouldn't it be that? Wait.
If
Oh,
loans
shit,
didn't-
getting
if loans
bombarded
didn't work,
by-
they wouldn't even
Wait,
exist,
wait.
dude. The
Wouldn't
only
it be
reason
to-
why the
Listen to these
loan
guys
market
hold
is
up.
still alive.
You guys are like
because it's
panicking and
Our-
flagging because you know
our
you
tax
can't actually
system-
discuss this.
our
on
tax
the-
Oh, it's
system
Mr.
and our-
Enigmatic. Oh no,
our
the
tax
guy who
system
banned
and
me
our
from
renter
Discord.
system
Wow.
is
We're all grown.
slowly
One at a
sucks
time.
Are you
away.
one of the idiots that I've banned?
Okay, our tax system right now.
Yeah, you're actually
Checks out.
Our tax system and our
tolerate
renter
just
system is
different
what
opinion than
slowly
you.
sucks away money from your pocket, right? It's
Wait, I hope you
slowly
guys upload this video on
constantly
YouTube.
just sucks away money from your pocket, right? And so
I
you're
actually
always
hope
in a
you guys
posi- you're
upload
always
this
in a
video.
position.
That was-
No,
that was Andrew,
you're always
though,
in a
bro.
position where you're always needing to make more money to pay the renter, to pay the loan, to pay the rent, the tax, whatever. So
Please send me the
you've
YouTube
created
link.
a system in this capitalistic system, in this U.S. system, that you're always there's always money's getting drained away from you, right?
Yeah, if you
Right.
make terrible
We need
decisions and
tax
then
reform.
we,
We need
cover
tax
it with
reform.
taxes,
That's what we need.
us that don't make terrible decisions, like loans would not even exist if they didn't work, dude. Like that's
I'm
why
I'm okay with that.
there are
I'm okay
loans
with
that.
because people
I'm
pay
okay
it
with
back.
that. I'm okay with
They
that.
make their
But you
money
have-
and they
but you-
pay it back
I'm sorry.
with interest. That's how a
Okay.
loan works.
Right.
It's true.
Okay.
That is
But
how a loan
you
works.
have a system that literally taxes you on your ability to sustain yourself. Why are we taxing $50,000 worth of income? Most of that money, if not all of that money, is going to just paying your rent, paying your groceries, paying
That's
your
just broken
your
ease. You're just
transportation.
talking broken
Hey,
ease.
just to
You
get
just
to your
make
fucking
terrible
job.
decisions.
How much
No,
money
that's
does it
both
cost to get to your
talking
fucking
broken
job, dude?
ease.
How
I don't
much
talk
money
that
does
way.
it
Every
cost to
first
get to your
world
fucking
country
job?
that I'm aware of has a progressive tax system in which a certain chunk of your initial earnings of the year are not taxed.
Okay,
Or they're taxed at a
fantastic.
Wait, say that
substantially
again, say that again.
lower rate
Hold on, hold on,
than the
hold on.
rest.
Jump in.
Really
That-
important.
Let
Say that
someone
again.
else talk. Let someone else talk.
Really,
Mr. E, say that
Hey,
again.
host, I
What
sent you
you're
a
saying.
message, a DM, by the way.
I said
Hold on.
every country
Oh
every
my
like
God.
He's
first world
ratting.
country whose
That He's
law
ratting,
I'm
dude.
aware
He's
of has
ratting.
like a progressive tax
Guarantee
system where
you
the
he's
first
ratting.
chunk of money you earn for the year is taxed either at like 0 or a much
had a
lower
point.
rate.
Name a
He had a
country.
point.
Name a
Yes.
country.
People
Name one
understand
country.
Canada
Sorry.
and the
tax.
USA both have progressive tax rates for
Wait,
sure.
wait. So
Hold
when
on,
I
but
get my
wouldn't
paycheck,
we all
when
agree?
I
Wouldn't
get
we
my
all agree?
paycheck,
Hold on, bro. Wouldn't
isn't
we
there
all
already
agree? Hold on, bro.
an
Hold on.
amount
I'm about
that
to
I
take
can,
it back
on
on
I can
my
only
paycheck?
answer one
Take it back.
question at a
Hold
time.
This is pure chaos. Pure chaos. Anyway, yeah, my question to him is, what if you don't have any money to have crops? What if you don't have any money initially or any resources to get access to those things? For some reason, they kicked me out the second I asked that question. Go figure. Very strange. The sweat of your brow creates surplus. Okay, great. But what if you need access to materials, right? And you don't have access to them because you don't have the capital. Where do you get them? It's always the zero. This is always the zero question for communists against capitalism, is asking them how they do expansion for common people without access to capital. And they don't have an answer for this. They never have an answer for this unless they say the government just needs to give you money. That's about it.